If you've ever wanted to lock your focus and your exposure separately on your Fujifilm camera, it is possible. You just need to know how to set it up. So that's what we're going to look at in this video. Because by default, on your Fujifilm X or GFX camera, when you press the shutter button, your camera is going to both command autofocus and lock the exposure. But there may be some times where you want neither of those things to happen. For example, your exposure looks great when you have your camera pointed in one direction, but that's not what you want to focus on. So you can lock that exposure, move the camera to where you want to focus, command autofocus, and then take the picture without your exposure or your focus changing when you press the shutter button. Or you might want to focus and recompose. So you focus on one thing, maybe the exposure is good, maybe it isn't, you recompose your camera. You can either lock the exposure then or lock it before you recompose. Those are some times where you may want to have independent control of both of these features before you even touch the shutter button. There are two methods of doing this, and let's look at the first one right now, which is using the back button focus technique with the shutter button half press to lock your exposure. This is the simplest method from a control programming camera setup standpoint. And it's also a good technique to kind of get into the habit of locking focus and exposure separately. I did an entire video dedicated to setting up back button focus in Fujifilm cameras, and you can watch that in the link in the description here. But to quickly go over those steps, the first thing you need to do is disable the autofocus function from the shutter button. So you're going to go into your setup menu, button dial setting, shutter AF, and then turn shutter AF off. You can turn it off for single shot autofocus AFS and or AFC continuous autofocus. And if you're going to use back button focus, I'd recommend turning this off for both. This means that as you press the shutter button in both AFS and AFC modes, the camera is not going to command autofocus. You're going to use a different button to do that. And you're going to use the back AF button. Whether that button says AF on, AFL, AEL, AFL, that's a button that we're going to set up to command autofocus. So in that button dial setting menu, go to the function FN setting and find that control. Press OK to see the list of options, and you're going to choose AF on here. You might say, well, what about AF lock? That's what I want to do, is lock the autofocus. What that does is it locks the focus at its current position after you command autofocus with the shutter button. So if you press the shutter halfway to focus, then you can use that button to lock the autofocus where it's at. The next time you press the shutter button, it's not going to command autofocus. Now this is a bit convoluted for what we're trying to do here, and it's not how back button focus works. A proper back button focus setup uses the command AF on here. And that means when you press that button, the camera is going to command autofocus. In single shot autofocus, once it gets that lock, autofocus is done. If you're in continuous autofocus, the autofocus system will be working for as long as you hold that button down. That's the back button focus setup. Then we want to make sure that the shutter is set up to lock the automatic exposure variables. If you're in program auto mode, aperture priority, or shutter priority, where the camera is calculating one of your exposure variables, you can press the shutter halfway to lock it in. And that's the default setup. But you just want to double check that that is the behavior here. So in that button dial setting menu, go to shutter AE. And now in shutter AE, you want to set this to on. And you can set this to lock the exposure only in single autofocus and manual focus, or in both single autofocus, manual focus, and continuous autofocus. You may want the exposure to be able to adjust if you're in continuous autofocus, like when you're tracking something that's moving through different lighting, you may want that exposure to be able to keep up with that lighting. So take that into consideration here, but at a minimum, set AFS and MF to on. Now to use this technique, you'll put your focus point over whatever it is you want to focus on, press that back AF button. Once that square turns green, you can let go of that button. That focus is now locked and set at that point. Pressing the shutter button will not reset the focus. And then as you recompose your photo, When you want the exposure to be locked in, you can press the shutter halfway. And when you press the shutter halfway, you'll see that blue EL in the lower left corner. That means you can move the camera around, and that automatic exposure is not going to be recalculated for as long as that blue EL is present on your screen. The exposure is locked in, and then you can just press the shutter fully whenever you want to take the picture. If you want to keep that exposure locked where it was, don't let go of the shutter all the way. Just let it go back to that halfway detent point, and you should see that blue EL staying in the lower left corner of your screen. You can continue to move that camera around, that exposure will be locked, and if you ever need to refocus, like you zoom in on something or you want to set your focus point somewhere else, you can again put your focus point over where you want to focus, press that back AF button, and then release it once it gets that focus lock. With this setup, focus and automatic exposure lock are happening with two completely separate controls, and you can control them independently. And that's what we were trying to do here. Now, there is one drawback with this method, and that's that touchy shutter button. You may have difficulty finding that halfway point on the shutter. You might end up taking pictures when you didn't mean to, when you're just trying to lock that exposure, or you may accidentally release the shutter button when you didn't mean to, unlocking the exposure lock. Despite the sensitivity of that shutter button, this could be a good technique if you only rarely want to be able to lock your exposure. You're not really moving the camera around much. Maybe you're only slightly recomposing between photos. This technique can work with that with minimal control programming. But there is a more robust way of being able to lock your automatic exposure. The second method still uses that back button focus technique to focus, but you can also program an entirely separate control to lock your automatic exposure variables. So to use this technique, we're still going to have our back button focus set up as we just talked about, but now we are going to disable the shutter automatic exposure lock. So we're going to go into the button dial setting menu, shutter AE, and turn those off for both. Now pressing the shutter, the only thing that shutter button does is take the picture, but we need to assign another control to lock the automatic exposure. Fujifilm cameras do have extra controls that you can program, some cameras more than others. But at a minimum, there's at least a function button on the top or the front of the camera that you can customize. So we're going to go back into that function FN setting menu, the control setup. And here, now we are going to set AE lock. And when we press that button, it's going to lock the automatic exposure variables where they are currently calculated. There are two behaviors for locking in this exposure with that control though. And I'd recommend programming this control as an on-off switch. You see the blue EL in the lower left corner of the screen to know that your automatic exposure is locked, and then you can release that button, freeing up your fingers. That exposure is now locked. You can recompose all you want, not touching any controls, and that exposure is not changing. When you need to unlock that automatic exposure, press it again. You'll see that blue EL go away, and now your automatic exposure is back to changing when you recompose. We're going to set that on-off behavior, again in the button dial setting menu, under AEAF lock mode. When you enter this submenu, you'll see two options here, when pressing or on-off switch. And I'd really recommend setting this as an on-off switch, again, so that you can free up your fingers and you're not trying to do some gymnastics using your thumb for the autofocus, one finger for the shutter button, and another finger for locking in your exposure. When you have it set up this way, you can do any order of things that you want. You can lock your exposure first. When it's set the way you want it, you just press and release that AE lock button, whatever you have it assigned to. Make sure that exposure is locked. And then when you want to focus on something, put your focus point over that object, press that back AF button, release it, and now both your autofocus and your exposure are locked until the next time you either command autofocus or you unlock that automatic exposure. This technique might be a better option where you're going to have longer periods where you need your exposure to remain locked, so you're not having to keep that shutter button pressed at that halfway point. You now have a switch to turn that exposure lock on and off. Just be aware that you cannot use the touchscreen to lock your exposure. That function is not available for the touch controls. It has to be a physical button. And that's one of the drawbacks of this technique is you do need to dedicate a separate control to AE lock only. For those of you with a camera that have both an AFL button and an AEL button, you're in luck. You can assign one to AF on and the other to AE lock. So with both of those main techniques to lock your focus and exposure separately, you just pick the one that works best for you. Try them both if you're not sure which one you like, and then just pick whichever one works better for your habit of using the camera. If you want to learn more about your Fujifilm cameras in general, you can check out my online Fujifilm tutorial courses at photocourses.link/Fujifilm, and you can save 20% on any of those courses using the code TUBE20. Please let me know if you have any other questions or comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.